Good evening. How's everybody doing, man? It's a relaxing song. I like that. So yeah, this is going to be a short little live stream tonight. Just 30 minutes. I'm gonna cut it short tonight just because I got some stuff to do. I'm actually gonna go clean out my wife's car. She's going on a little road trip with her stepmom, my mother-in-law, and gonna be gone for a couple days. So I was like, you know what? I'll clean out your car. It's got a bunch of kid shit in it right now, so I'll do that tonight. But welcome, guys. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm sleepy. I feel like I say that all the time, but it's true. Alex Dunn, thank you so much for being a member for the past 20 months, man. Hope you're doing well. Alex says, you started streaming just as I was about to go eat. LOL. Guess this gives me more time to decide what to eat. What are your options, Alex? What are your options? We made ribs. We made crock pot ribs. I had them going since 10 in the morning. They're always good. You just throw them in the crock pot for 8 hours on low. You put whatever seasoning on them, a little apple cider vinegar drizzled all over it, and then 8 hours later, they're perfect. It's just an easy meal on a weekday. But what are your options there, Alex? Let us decide. Let us decide. But yeah. Anyway, Eli, Christian, Brandon, MZ, 80s kid from the 90s, Catherine, Alex, Cole. What's up, Cole Nightbot? And Keylime. Welcome, guys. Keylime says, thoughts on rumors the Ray movie being canceled. I saw a bunch of people saying that on Twitter, and then I saw a bunch of people saying that that's not true on Twitter. I saw people posting that the rumors are coming from not credible sources. Which, you know, I don't really pay much attention to any rumors at all. Like, I don't put any trust in the rumor machine just because I've been on YouTube for 12 years, you know. Actually, 13 years. Almost 13 years now. That's crazy. But, you know, I've seen literally thousands of Star Wars rumors come and go in those 13 years. And little to none of them have ever come to fruition. So I don't pay attention to any of that shit. It's an industry, man. It's an industry pumping out rumors and reporting on rumors. I mean, you could probably go in the backlogs of people's YouTube catalogs on their channels and just sift through rumors and speculation and, you know, things that they thought were going to happen that never did. I bet people have hundreds of videos just sitting there taking up bandwidth, just taking up information space about bullshit that was never going to happen in the first place in the rumor machine. And their videos are forever cemented in the history of wrongness, you know? So I don't want to be one of those people. I just don't pay attention to it. But they make money doing that, right? It's, as I said, it's an industry. Just pump out a bunch of baseless shit. 99.99999% of it's going to be untrue. But I guess the people that watch that stuff don't care. They have a 0 batting average, right? But they don't care. They're getting that ad revenue, man. Anyway. There we go. Did you watch Rebels? If so, what do you think of it? I actually only watched the first season of Rebels, unfortunately, 80s kid. I'm not one to, like, go out of my way to watch animated stuff for whatever reason. For whatever reason, my brain separates live action and animated Star Wars. You know? But I'd love to at some point watch the rest of it. Maybe I'll fire up my laptop for the first time in a while at the fire station tomorrow and watch a couple episodes, but yeah. Anyway. Probably not. Sorry, guys. Taking a quick sip. Super thirsty. Concordia Jedi, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. I greatly appreciate that. Concordia says, I've had this idea in my head for a new story for my channel down the line following a young teen who gets into the pod racing circuit. Just got to find an angle to grab the listeners' thoughts. Dude, I love that idea.
I've had this
one sec. Let me let the robot read it.
Story for my channel down the line following a young teen who gets into the pod racing circuit. Just got to find an angle to grab the listeners' thoughts.
I love that idea. I don't know why I've never thought of that. That would be such a fun show or animated show or something that's a little more lighthearted and, you know, edge of your seat racing in Star Wars. Dude, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. I can kind of picture it right now. I can picture it in my mind. A bunch of cocky, you know, pod racers. And I mean, dude, that is a really fun idea. I love that idea. If they announced that they were making a pod racing show, live action show that was centered around some kids and stuff like that, dude, I would be all for it. I'm thinking the Warriors meet Star Wars. Yeah, that'd be cool. I love that idea, man. What angle? I don't know. What would the angle be? I wouldn't want it to be like, you know, he's a Jedi or what. He's force sensitive. Just, you know, a good pilot or a good racer, a humble character. You know, the typical story of any kind of like kids sports movie or whatever, where you have like, you know, the main character who's humble. I mean, look at Karate Kid, right? Daniel. He's a humble kid. He's a little nervous. He's not so sure of himself. But all the kids around him are just so cocky. That's what it would be, right? This humble pod racer who just is talented would... Oh, you have a full series on a Jedi. Gotcha. Yeah, so, yeah, do it. I don't know. I love that idea, though. It could be very entertaining and fun. And I would want it to be lighthearted, you know? But, dude, that is a really fun idea. I wish they would make an official show like that, you know, Days of Thunder, Gran Turismo kind of, that'd be fun. I love it. Hell yeah, man, do it. I probably wasn't any help to you whatsoever, but as a concept, do it to it, man. That's fun. That's a fun idea. But anyway, Concordia, I appreciate that, man. Vince, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Let me scroll up here. Vince says, I'd love a show with low stakes that in no way affects the grand scheme of things. Characters who don't know what the Force is. Oh, one sec.
In no way affects the grand scheme of things. Characters who
what
don't
the
know
Force
what the Force
is. They gotta pay the space rent. I don't know what I'm talking about. I tried to mimic the robot, but I don't have the same voice. Yeah, Vince, I kind of thought, you know, when The Mandalorian first started, that's what that was going to be. Just kind of an offshoot story that doesn't affect the rest of Star Wars as we know it, you know? But I'm all for that. I love little stories and the nooks and crannies of the Star Wars universe. You know, to me, there's a lot of little fun, interesting things that can be everybody's got a story, right? And one sec.
My mom got me a great improvisation by Stacy Schiff for Christmas. It's about Ben Franklin's trip to France to get their support during the revolution.
Interesting, Alex. I appreciate that, man. But give me one sec. But yeah, I'm with you. Everybody's got a story. I would love for, you know, a show to... I mean, maybe the stakes are high for the characters involved, but in the overall grand scheme of things, as you said, it has low stakes for impacting the story as we know it, the overall story, right? I would love that. I would absolutely love that. That's, I mean, maybe that's what Skeleton Crew will be. I'm not going to get my hopes up just because I'm sure it's going to tie in some way to some major thing in Star Wars, right? But I'm thirsty for some just kind of, you know, low stakes side stories about random people in the Star Wars universe that doesn't affect Jedi and Sith and Skywalker Saga and Boba Fett and everything we're already familiar with, right? But I'm with you. I'm with you. What I mean, I don't know what you could do. A lot of stories have already been told, but that goes with everything. I've always thought it would be cool to have a Star Wars show similar in I don't know, like character aspirations of Star Trek almost. Like you would have a crew of a ship that is basically just going to explore and discover, right? I think that would be kind of neat in the Star Wars universe. Planet surveyors or so, you know, there you go. There's an idea. Just following a group of planet surveyors who are surveying planets and seeing if they're hospitable or habitable rather, and seeing if the natives are friendly and cataloging different species and putting together like a galaxy-wide encyclopedia. There you go. There's an idea. Something different and fun in the Star Wars universe. Star Wars zoologists finding creatures around the galaxy. But anyway, I appreciate that, Vince. Cheers, man. Alex Dunn, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well. Alex says, have you been reading anything lately? My mom got me A Great Improvisation by Stacy Schiff for Christmas. It's about Ben Franklin's trip to France to get their support during the revolution. That would be very interesting to read. I used to read a lot of history books and biographies back in the day, but I've kind of gotten away from that for whatever reason. I'm going to pull that up because that sounds like something that, what's a great improvisation. Okay, in this dazzling work of history, a Pulitzer Prize winning author follows Benjamin Franklin to France for the crowning achievement of his career. Nice. Let's see. Amazon. How much is that on the old Kindle? Kindle, $10. Not bad. All right. All right, I'm going to add it, or I'm going to keep it up here, and I'm going to add it to my Kindle wish list, or whatever it's called. Yeah, that sounds interesting. I don't know the specifics of that story, as, I mean, most people probably don't, right? I'm sure it goes into great detail. But as of right now, Alex, I'm not really reading anything. I was reading the third book in the newer Thrawn trilogy. What is it? Thrawn... You have Thrawn, and then you have Thrawn Alliances, and then you have Thrawn Treason, right? I was reading Thrawn Treason, but for whatever reason, I lost interest in it. Probably because I started reading it right after I finished Alliances, and I don't like reading back-to-back Star Wars books, because I guess that's the reason I lost interest in it pretty quick. Then I started to read the second Harry Potter book. And for whatever reason, I never continued that. I'm like halfway through. Other than that, no, I'm not reading anything right now. I don't think I've turned my Kindle on in about 6 months, which is crazy. Because the past 5 years, I've been reading a lot. And then for whatever reason, like almost exactly 6 months ago, I literally have not turned my Kindle on since. which is a shame. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to check this out, Alex, for sure. I need to get back into reading. It's been a little while. I used to really enjoy, you know, like 9 or 10 o'clock rolls around. I crawl into my rack at the station and I pull out my Kindle, read a couple chapters, and I pass out. And then we get a call 5 minutes after I fall asleep. But anyway, I appreciate that, Alex. Cheers, man. Start of the year's going well. Super bro Zolfi. It's going well. Been busy. Working, shit going on, planning some big trips and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, we got a bunch of big trips planned this year. We're going to we're going on a 7-day cruise, me, my wife, and my kid, in March, which will be fun. It's got like a water park on it, and my kid's gonna have a ball. And then me and my wife in May are gonna go to Yellowstone and the Grand Teton National Park. And then we got a few other things planned throughout the year. But yeah. Let's see. What is this song? It's called This Is Jazz Space. I'm just gonna let it keep playing.
Any good movies we're looking forward to in 2042? There's a Sam Rockwell movie coming out called Argyle. Cheers.
Mr. St. Jake, thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. The robot read it, but I'm gonna read it too. Any good movies we're looking forward to in 2042? Battlefield 2042? I know what you mean, 2024. There's a Sam Rockwell movie coming out called Argyle. Cheers. Really, you know, I think the only movie that I'm really looking forward to right now is the second Dune. I'm sure something else is gonna come to my mind, but like I know there's other movies coming out, like the Ghostbusters movie. I don't have any desire to see the Ghostbusters movie. I didn't see the last one. What was it called? Afterlife? Is that what it was called? I don't know. I'm definitely in the minority when it comes to this opinion, but like Ghostbusters to me is what I love to me is just like the first movie is just so fun and comedic. It's like Stripes. It's like Caddyshack. It's just a goofy concept. And it's kind of weird to me, and no disrespect if you're into this stuff, of course. We're all into different things, but it's kind of weird to me. Like there's this whole lore and this whole like canon of Ghostbusters and like this detailed backstory of Gozer, and like it's weird to me because, you know, when Tully's given his like spiel about Gozer and the gatekeeper or whatever it's all called, I just see it as silly and dumb and goofy and over the top. Some just babble gibberish bullshit he's saying, and people took that and like built a canon, and now it's a canon and there's a lore to it, and I'm like, this this silly one-off like Bill Murray Stripes Caddyshack style movie about people busting ghosts is now this universe, and that's just very weird to me, and I can't get into it. I love the first one, but So yeah, I'm not excited for that movie. I'm not excited for like the Furiosa movie. There's like big movies that are coming out this year that I just, for whatever reason, I'm just not all that excited for it. Like, I just pulled up a list. Twisters. I mean, come on, man. Twisters. Beetlejuice 2. Transformers 1. What the hell is that? Scarlett Johansson, Chris Hemsworth, what? Untitled Saw sequel. There's another Joker movie coming out. Venom 3, Gladiator 2. I love the first Gladiator, but like, again, I don't have any desire to see Gladiator 2. I hope it's great, but I don't know. There's a Lord of the Rings movie coming out this year? What? But even reading that, I don't really have a desire to see. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too cynical right now. There's so many remakes and sequels and reboots and stuff, and that's not what gets me excited anymore. I don't know. I hope Furiosa is awesome. I hope it is. Yeah, looking at this list, not too many movies that... They're making another Quiet Place? Interesting. They're making a Borderlands movie? Dude, I live under a rock. Borderlands as in the video game? Oh, must be. Kevin Hart, Jack Black. Huh. Untitled Alien movie? They're making another Karate Kid? They're making a Mufasa movie? What? They're remaking Nosferatu? I'm sure it's been remade before, but weird. Bill Skarsgård is going to play Nosferatu. I can see that. He's kind of a weird looking dude. Another Beverly Hills Cop? Ha! Weird. Yeah, I live under a rock, man. I don't really pay much attention to things. So looking at that list, I'm kind of surprised that there's so much familiar things on the horizon. Oops. Anyway. But yeah. Anyway, guys. That's it for me. A little 30-minute jolt of a live stream. That felt quick. We're already at 30. That went by fast. So yeah. Got to do some shit tonight. Got to work tomorrow. Probably no... let's see. Not going to be able to do anything on the channel on Friday or Saturday. Probably the next time that you see me will be Monday. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, man. To everybody who super chatted and supported the channel. I appreciate it. But yeah. Anyway, have a fantastic rest of your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.